Hello students, once again a very warm welcome to all of you. Today we are going to discuss about the female reproductive system, that is about the gynosium. In the last class we have completed the microsporogenesis and the development of pollen grain, that is the male gametophyte. Okay, so we have completed the first portion of the reproductive structure, that is about the male reproductive structure. The second is female reproductive structure. If you see the female reproductive structure, it is known as a pistil. The gynosium, it is nothing but a pistil. The pistil is composed of three important parts, that is the uppermost part is the stigma, style, and it's a ovary, right? So these three together called pistil, and inside the ovary the ovules are there, right? Now inside the ovary, if you observe, the ovarian cavity is there. The ovarian cavity is called locules, and inside the locules the specialized part is there called placenta, where exactly the ovules are attached. So inside the ovarian cavity, that is called the ovarian locules, a placenta is there, where this is the actual place, the placenta, where the ovules are attached to the ovary wall. That is the placentation. In the 11th standard, in the 5th chapter, morphology of flowering plants, we have a topic placentation. In the different types of placentation, we already know that marginal placenta, parietal placenta, central placenta, right? So all these are different placentations. That means the arrangement of ovules within the ovary. There are different patterns are there. So ovarian cavity is there, that is called locules, and inside the locule the placenta is there, and the placenta contains megasporangiums. In angiosperms, these megasporangiums are nothing but ovules. So ovary is called megasporophyll, and inside the ovary or inside the megasporophyll the ovules are there, that is called megasporangiums or ovaries. Now the number of ovules in the ovary, it depends from the species to species. Here we have taken such as some examples, like if you take in mango, wheat, rice, in such plants, in each ovary only single ovule is present, right? Mango, wheat and rice, only single ovule is present. But in case of papaya and watermelon like plants, will have more than one number of ovules, right? When we cut the watermelon fruit, we'll get number of seeds from that fruit. So seeds, that is the number of seeds equal to the number of ovules in the ovary. We all know that, okay? So here the papaya and watermelon like fruits, they have number of seeds, that indicates they have a number of ovules in their ovary. So the number of ovules in the ovary, it depends upon the species to species. They are different. Now here we are going to discuss about the structure of megasporangium, that is called ovule. In the plants, there are different types of ovules are there. Here we have taken a basic type of ovule called anatropous ovule. In angiosperms, these ovules are different types like atropous, anatropous, compyotropous, orthotropous, hemiorthotropous, circinotropous. All these are different types of ovules, right? But majority of angiosperm plant have this basic type of ovule called as anatropous ovule. Now if you observe this anatropous ovule, this is just an inverted ovule, right? It is just an inverted ovule known as anatropous ovule. In this ovule, there are different labelings were there. First is a funiculus. Now what is funiculus? Funiculus is the stalk of ovule through which it is attached to the placenta. So here, if it is ovary wall, it is an ovary wall if he assumes, on the ovary wall, this portion is called placenta. Sorry. So it's the placenta. So the funiculus is the stalk of ovule, and through this funiculus, the ovules are megasporangiums attached to the ovary wall at the place of placenta. Now this funiculus is enlarged, extended, and it is extended into the body of ovule in the form of a sort of ridge. The extension of the funiculus into the body of ovule as a sort of ridge is called as raphe. Here it is given as raphe. This inner line, this is the extension of funiculus. The funiculus just extended into the ovule, the body of ovule, beyond the hilum. It is a swollen part. Here it is there. This is a swollen part. It is just present between the opening of ovule and funiculus. This swollen part is called hilum, and beyond this hilum, this funiculus just extended into the body of ovule, and it is just a sort of ridge-like structure known as raphe. This ovule has two ends, that is, one is opening of ovule. The opening of ovule is called as micropyle. Micropyle is the opening through which the pollen tube entry will take place during the pollen pistil interaction, right? So before the fertilization, the pollen tube entry takes place through this entry only, and that entry is known as micropyle. This total ovule is surrounded by external protective layers, and these layers are called as integuments. Outer and inner integuments are there, and the inner portion of this ovule is filled with a parenchymatous tissue. Inside the ovule, a parenchymatous tissue is there. That tissue is called as nucellus tissue. Okay, so here opening is called micropyle, and just opposite to this opening, base is there. The base of ovule is called chalaza. So it has a two end. The opening end is called micropylar end, and the opposite end, that is the base of the ovule, is called chalaza. And it is surrounded by integuments, and inside the integuments, the dotted area indicates it is filled with the parenchymatous tissue. This parenchymatous tissue is called as nucellus. This nucellus will help to provide nutrition during the development of megaspore and during the development of female gametophyte. Okay. Now, this is the simple structure of anatropous ovule. It has a funiculus, hilum. It is just a swollen part between the opening of ovule and the funiculus. Raphe is the extension of funiculus into the ovule body as a sort of ridge, that is called raphe, and it has two ends, that is opening end or anterior end called micropylar end, through which pollen tube entry takes place during the fertilization, and the opposite end is called chalaza. It is covered with the integuments, the protective layers of ovule, and inside the ovule a parenchymatous tissue is distributed, that is called nucellus. This is the structure of anatropous ovule. The majority of angiosperm plants having this kind of ovule only. So apart from this, as I have already mentioned you, different types of ovule